Welcome back, boys, to another Talking Tridents podcast. Well, we're back after a long few weeks, no videos. Apologize about that. We've got a lot to cover today. A little makeshift setup as well for me this episode. But yeah, a lot has happened over the past few weeks since our last video. A lot of moves that the Mariners have made. Dylan Moore's been dropped since our last video. Donovan Solano was dropped today. Harry Ford is up. We've got some exciting things to cover. Cal Raleigh hit 50 home runs, broke Salvador Perez's record, which is awesome to see. Yeah, a lot of moves have happened. What's been the biggest surprise move to you, Denon? That's happened.
I'd say neither of those were surprises to me. Honestly, if anything, the surprise was not them happening earlier, in my opinion.
Yeah.
DMO, we've seen a bunch of beautiful tribute videos online the last few weeks of him being dropped, or about just only a week now. Truly a player that you don't see all that often. A player who was never an everyday player, or rarely was an everyday player. Player who played almost every position on the field other than pitching and catching. And a player who has some of the most walk-off home runs in Mariners history. Dylan Moore, I'm sorry to see your tenure end with the Mariners, but man, am I glad that you would play for us for your whole Major League career until this year. So I want to give a shout-out to Dylan Moore, to the fans and his family, and everyone who's just been welcoming to him, which has been really good. So really sad to see him. It had to happen. You asked if I was surprised. I was not surprised when Dylan Moore was dropped. I think that was a very needed move. He just didn't look like the same player, and that's unfortunate because Dylan Moore for a minute, like started the season. You remember how he started the season? He had 6 home runs in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, we were saying, he might be our starting second baseman or third baseman for the whole year, But yeah, I'm happy to see him go. Honestly, he had some clutch moments over his long stint with the Mariners, but I never really. He was a great utility player, but it was time. So I'm happy.
He won a Gold Glove last year, and we just dropped him. That to me is
Yeah.
just crazy to think about. If you told me that at the beginning of the season, I would have been like, "What? No, what are you talking about?"
Yeah. Well, he fell off. I don't know what was he 2 for 50 on the last stretch.
Something like that.
I was ridiculous, and his defense wasn't looking great either during that time. So, yeah, I'm happy it happened. I'm a little surprised they did it, just because I thought they would hang on to him, but
I think so. Yeah.
till the end of the year. But hey,
I think it shows that this team and this management, they want to win in any way, shape, or form they can do that. We saw that today with Donovan Solano being dropped too. He wasn't putting in competitive at bats, just like Demo wasn't, and they both kind of were obsolete on the roster. So you kind of move forward into different roles. So really quick before we finish out the Dylan Moore thing, I want to ask, what's your favorite memory of Dylan Moore's career as a Mariner? Because he played with us from 2019 all the way until this year, 7 seasons.
Yeah. He had a couple clutch walk-offs. He had one, it was a walk-off home run. I can't remember the game off the top of my head, to be honest. But do you have a favorite memory of Dylan Moore?
I have a good one and a bad one I'm going to share. I'll share the bad one first, because I remember his first game he was called up. He had 3 errors in a row. Almost 3 consecutive plays, right? And
I remember
I was
that
like,
too.
Man, this guy's dog water. He's not going to be anything for us. And you know what? He turned around and had a decent time with the Mariners. I think one of my favorite plays was his double play where he bobbled the ball twice. It hit his glove, he bobbled it, he picked it up, bobbled it again, still went, picked it up, touched the third base, and then threw it across the diamond first to get a double play against the Astros. That, I think, was the one that sticks with me the most. But he was known as a defensive player, so that's what I remember him for. But he did, believe it or not, have, I think it was 10 walk-off hits for the Mariners over the course of his career. So I just want to do a little tribute to Dylan Moore. We're going to miss him, man.
Hey, one thing I did like about him was that he played pretty much every defensive position competitively. So hey,
yes,
that's good. But
no one, just like we say with Julio, no one's harder on themselves than Dylan Moore. When he makes when he makes a mistake, when he strikes out in a key moment, you can see in his face he's disappointed in himself. So shout out Dylan Moore. I really hope that your career's not over. I hope that you find some type of a position or role with the Rangers. Just don't bring him to the playoffs, So,
Yeah.
but like you
Well,
said, other
he's,
news: Donovan Solano has been dropped.
yeah.
I mean, I think you and I were on the boat that was going to happen at the All Star break, but here we are, first day of September, and he's been dropped. Um,
Well,
short
I'm
tenure with
actually
the
not.
team.
I'm I'm actually not too happy about it. Because they called up Leo Rivas.
Who hit a 2-run homer today?
Yeah, well, in a 10-0 game at that point, so
Yeah,
didn't matter. I would rather have Donovan Solano on the roster than Leo Rivas, to be honest.
I think.
Um, I
Sorry, go ahead.
understand why it happened.
Mhm.
I know Donovan Solano is basically, like you said, obsolete at this point because he can't. His defense. I mean, all he's playing is first base, and
Yeah.
we don't need him there. So where does he fit in on this team? Nowhere. But would I rather have him over Leo Rivas? Yeah, I would actually. Just even for just his presence and just his experience, to be honest.
That's probably the
Um,
one thing I think he offers to this team is postseason experience and recent postseason experience too.
yeah,
Um, but
right.
like you mentioned with Leo Rivas coming up, I think with Dylan Moore gone, with Master Boney still on the was Master Boney called up? I might have missed that if not, but he hasn't been playing.
I think he
Either
did
way,
get. I think he did get called up, but yeah, he hasn't been
um,
playing.
we'll check that here in a second. But I just think that Leo Rivas gives you so much more versatility. It gives you another second, third, and shortstop, and he can also play the outfield. Where, like you said, Solano is literally playing first base exclusively, and with Josh Naylor on the
Yeah,
roster and Luke Raley now back from injury, you don't need three first basemen on the roster. That'd be like if we had called Tyler Locklear up and just kept him there.
yeah.
So I understand it as a baseball standpoint. Does it suck to lose someone with experience? Yes. Donnie Batts has had some great moments.
Donnie Barrels.
Donnie
Donnie
Barrels. He's
Barrels.
had some great moments over the years, but I think it was just
Yeah,
a move needed to show that you are trying to make a competitive push to the postseason. Because Leo
yeah,
Rivas can run off the bench. He can come in as a defensive substitute in the ninth inning when you need someone like maybe Gino's not feeling it, or Cole Young's been struggling, or Polo started the game at second base, and now you're bringing in Rivas. I just think it gives you a lot more versatility, and I think that's what the roster was lacking. We've talked about that with having, Garver, Solano, and Polo on the bench
hmm.
at one point this year. I mean
Hmm.
that's just you can't have that. So I think
Yeah.
it makes sense in it, but I understand.
And with Harry Ford getting called up, now we have him, uh, uh, got Mitch Garver, and Cal. So there's three catchers right there, which, you know, Harry Ford and Garver are not really playing anything other than catcher, other than
No,
DH. So
I
now,
think
again, that's another player that's going to be, or two guys that are kind of on your bench for, actually three guys that all play one position in DH. So,
yeah.
you know,
I think so. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. Harry Ford obviously was just called up. Really excited to see his first at bat. I would be surprised if it comes tomorrow. Cal Raleigh's been playing a lot recently, and he was in the lineup again today. So I think that'll happen. I think we'll see Harry Ford in the lineup tomorrow. Kind of get the jitters down from the call up today. Um, I think the way that we see him in the lineup the most is going to be DH. I really do. I think with Cole Young's struggles, I think we're going to see Polo a lot more at second base. Because
hmm.
Polo's bat's got to be in the lineup. He's been really good recently, and he's not like an amazing bat, but he's been very serviceable. I mean, he's been keeping up with Randy Rosareno almost with stats wise.
Yeah. Oh, he's super
Base,
solid. I like
yeah.
Polo. Honestly, with the moves, sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but
Go ahead. Yeah.
like you said, this shows the Mariners are pretty much willing to do
Mhm.
whatever they need to do in terms of players to make this team what they think is better. Um, dropping guys, cutting Solano. Obviously, he wasn't doing enough, so they got rid of him. Um, but Polo's a better option right now than Cole Young. I mean,
For sure. Cole Young's
at second,
been really struggling these last 30 games. I
yeah.
mean, he's batting
So
like under 200 these last 30 games.
yeah. So where does his defense is good, but
And
Polo isn't.
we've seen some big moments from Cole Young too. Hitting that
Yeah,
big 3-run home run, almost 470 feet. He's been having a lot of singles. Obviously, his walk off to start his career. He's
yeah.
obviously Cole Young is not. This is not the last time we're going to see Cole Young. He's going to be
No,
playing.
yeah, but
At this point, you have to put together the most competitive lineup every single day. And if you
So why is
don't,
Cole Young not? Why didn't they send him down then?
well, you have 28 right now. The roster's at 28. You're expanded, and Cole Young is, I think, good
Yeah,
enough
so you can keep
to
him.
be here right now. Question for you. So with Harry Ford up, do you think there's a possibility at all they're bringing Harry Ford up now because Mitch Garver's not going to be on the postseason lineup or roster if we make it?
No, I think Mitch Garver will be on the postseason roster. I think he has to because I think in the postseason, who are you? Let's say Cal doesn't catch a game. Who would you rather have behind the plate, Garver or Harry Ford?
Harry Ford.
I
I'm that high
mean,
on this guy. I'm that high on him.
he has no experience at MLB level, and Garver has. So,
My
I
thought
mean,
process is in the postseason there's more
I don't know.
breaks, right? You play typically 2 games and have a day off.
Yeah,
Play
so
two
Cal
games,
can
have a
catch
day off.
every day, every
Cal can
game.
catch every single game. So who would you rather have as your backup catcher? And I think I'm picking Harry Ford because he's younger, more athletic, and he can come as a pinch runner. Even Garver can't
I
say that. So
say give it to the end of the month and see how he does. If Harry
yeah.
Ford is decent or productive at best, then yes, Harry Ford. If Harry
So yeah.
Ford struggles and can't hit, then Garver. So I
So
think
let
it's
us
a good
know.
time to test it out.
Let us know down below what you think. What your predictions are for this? Because obviously in the postseason you can't take 28 with you. I'm pretty sure it's
Right.
26, and we're gonna obviously want an extra bullpen arm. So you're gonna be losing a bat in some way, shape, or form. So I think
Leo
it's a good thing
Reebok.
to look at. But I think it's a good thing to look at. Either way, Harry Ford, very excited to see. Um,
Yeah.
but so we're officially in September. We're in the final run to the end of the year. Um, I'm not feeling too great about it right now. I don't feel like we are for sure gonna make it. And saying that a few weeks ago, I'd have been like, "What do you mean? We just won, 7 in a row, blah blah blah." And
hmm
now we have literally lost. What? How many have we lost in a row? Not in a row, but we lost two
Well,
to the Guardians.
yeah, two to the Guardians. We lost
We did
today.
win one from the Padres, but then we got swept by the Phillies and almost swept
Yeah.
by the Mets before that. I mean,
Right.
what's going on? What have you seen that's happening that's leading to these road losses?
Pitching is a big one.
Castillo has raised his ERA over the year almost 1 point in the last 4
Yeah.
starts.
That's crazy. Right before this, Castillo was arguably our third best pitcher,
Oh, for sure.
in my
He might have
opinion.
even been our second best behind.
Or second,
behind
yeah,
Lula.
yeah. But now I don't know. He's not reliable. Our bullpen, in my opinion, is not reliable.
I mean, we've even seen
There's
Brash and Munoz struggle recently. I mean,
Yeah,
Brash
Matt
and Munoz
Brash.
lost that game the other day for us against the Guardian. I wouldn't say they lost it, but they were in when the game was lost. So when we say that, that was
They
why.
lost
But
it, yeah.
you could talk about the dribbler up the middle. You could talk about the
Yeah,
miscues in the infield. You could talk about a pass ball. Anyway.
Yeah. And yeah, so
What does this team bring to the table though that's going to guarantee a postseason appearance?
it has our ability to hit home runs is really the only thing.
It's
Um,
crazy to me that our team
Well,
is
I-
like first in runs from the home run. Like we used to be a
Yeah.
small ball team, and now we're just like, oh yeah, we're just
Yeah.
gonna hit home runs for everything. We're just gonna go dinger.
That's the only way we score now is home runs. I think most concerning to me, I already said our bullpen, but is Matt Brash more specifically. It seems like every appearance that he comes in, he's either giving up extra base hits and getting taken out of the game, or he's giving up runs and then is done. So I don't know. That's
He's
concerning
been
to me
so good
because
for a
he's
lot of the
supposed to be
year.
he's supposed to be your setup guy for Munoz, and I don't even trust to put him in the game at all now, to be honest. At this
I want to
point.
look really quick. I want to look at Matt Brash's last 7 games because I do think that it's definitely been inflated recently. It's loading up right now. But the pitcher's
Yeah.
definitely to blame. I mean, we've talked about this before in the podcast that last year we truly wasted a once in like a decade pitching performance from
Yes, because
our
we
bullpen and our rotation.
we have the same starters, same rotation this year, and very similar bullpen to last year,
Mhm.
and our pitching is nowhere near the same. Imagine if we had this offense last year.
Oh my god! I mean, it would have been night and day difference. Matt Brash in the
Exactly.
last 7 games has thrown 6.1 innings again of 3 runs. His ERA in the last 7 games is a 4.26, and that's
Yeah,
again
that
just
can't.
unacceptable from your setup guy. I mean,
How many
Gabe
hits
Spire
did
has been on
how
a
many
tear
hits
all
has he
year.
given up?
Why isn't Gabe Spire pitching the eighth? You know?
Yeah, at this point he should already be.
Yeah.
How many hits has Matt Brash given up in that span? Do you know?
Let's see. Yeah, I can pull it
Because
up. So
I
in
would
6 innings, he's given up 6 hits, but had 4 walks on top of it. So 10
yeah,
base
that's
runners in 6 innings
10 base
as a
runners
setup
that he's
guy.
given up.
Mhm.
Yeah, that can't you can't have that.
Yeah.
His control is just not there. It's just frustrating to see. We have other guys in the bullpen who are doing good still, but our bullpen overall is not where we need it to be. Our rotation is definitely not where we need it to be. No one other than Brian Wu and arguably Gilbert
No,
are.
even Gilbert's been
I
kind of
mean,
up and down.
Gilbert, yeah, his recent starts have not been consistent either, but
Yeah.
he's still, I would say, our like
If you,
most solid number two. But everyone else is, you can't rely on anything.
it's so weird because if you look at our road to home splits for our ERA for our rotation, Wu has like a 3.8 ERA on the road, which is noticeably different because at home it's like a 2.4.
Yeah,
And Castillo and Miller are over 6 on the road. Kirby and Gilbert are not too far behind. They're like just in the low to mid fours. But
yeah,
you cannot. If we are making it, if we're actually calling ourselves a playoff team, right? Which technically right now we are, right? We
hmm
technically are a playoff team. But if you are losing games like this, I don't know how we're going to be competitive in the postseason. You know, we're 3 games
yeah,
back from the Astros. The Rangers have won 5 in a row. We are very close to losing that last playoff spot that we thought was basically a lock. Like
yeah,
within the last week, I would say. At one point,
yeah,
we were what 4.5 games up in the wild card.
yeah.
So,
At one, yeah. I,
baseball
it's
reference right now, and this is updated as of today with like reflecting the game today. It says our worst record we could have if we lose the rest of our games. I believe is that what it is? No, not the rest of our games, but they're saying that our worst case record is going to be 82 and 80. Our best case is going to be 90 and 72, with a 68% chance to make in the postseason, only a 34% chance of winning the wild card, and a 33% chance of winning the division. Right? Those numbers
yeah,
were like 20% higher a week and a half ago.
yeah, yeah. I believe it. It's really frustrating to see these teams that we just need to win these series. It's really frustrating to see us lose 10-2 to the Rays. It's really frustrating to see us drop 2 of 3 to the Guardians. I mean, it's come on.
Well, here let's look at the rest of the season really quick. Let's try to have some optimism, even though I'm not really feeling it right now. I really want to just bash this team to the ground right now, and we might have to in the next coming weeks. But let's take a look at
Yeah.
our schedule. So obviously the Rays series started today. We got 2 more against the Rays. We then travel to Atlanta to face the Braves, and then we have our second to last homestand where we face the Cardinals and the Angels. Right? On
hmm
paper, we should be winning
That's
60+% of these games, if not 70% of these games, right? So
that
let's
should
say
be an
that.
easy stretch, to
Yeah,
be
so
honest.
this is what a total of what's that? 13 games. We should easily be able to win 8 of them, I say, right?
Yeah.
Which puts us at 80 and like what 69. Nice. But like arguably that puts you in a good position, right? But if we keep playing the way we're playing on the road, we're gonna split those series. We're gonna go 6-7, 7-6. You gotta find a way to pull out more than that.
Yeah, you can't do that. And how tight this playoff race is right now, you cannot. Yeah, you can't have that.
Then
Um,
we finish out this year or the year with Royals at Kansas City, the Astros, which mark that count. I need to call out of work those days. Okay, at least it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. But you have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series in Houston. Potential implications on the final winner of the AL West.
yeah,
So
it's gonna
Mariners
come
are going to
down.
get themselves in a position where they can win 2 of those 3, and going into the last 6 games of the year where they face the Rockies and at that and the Dodgers, and hopefully at that point the Dodgers are going to be in, so they're going to be throwing, they're going to be pulling their guys in the 4th, 5th, 6th inning just to keep them fresh. I mean,
hmm And the Rockies should be easy sweep.
when is it going to be our turn to not have a stressful like postseason run? Like, when is it gonna be our turn to, like, we're
Never.
3, 4, 5 ahead in the division, other teams scuffling, we're feeling good about it, and we're just coasting into the postseason. When is that gonna happen? I need answers right now.
Never.
Never.
I don't know why. We had arguably the best trade deadline of any team this year. We have arguably one of the best offenses and
If
most
you
star
look at our
power.
lineup on
But
paper, I mean,
yeah,
again, you have Randy, Cal, Julio, Naylor, Suarez, Polo, and then you round out your 9 with, let's say, I don't know, Mitch Garver, J.P. Crawford, and Cole Young. And this is a season where
yeah,
you had J.P. Crawford in the leadoff spot for quite a bit of time.
yeah.
So,
Like that's a great lineup.
yeah.
So I don't know, but it shows. Like we already said, the release of Solano shows. I think the Mariners recognizing they're trying to do anything they can to get the players that don't need to be on this roster out of there and try to get some new life or someone that can contribute more at this point in time, point in the season. But it's tough to see, man. It's really tough.
This is obviously our first week back in a few weeks, so we didn't want to cover too much. We wanted to make sure that we were just kind of hitting the points. If there's anything that you think we missed that is noteworthy, please let us know in the comments down below, and we'll make it either a short or we'll cover it in next week's video. It's really exciting that we're the position we're in. If this season was to end today, yeah, we're in the postseason, right? Do I feel good about it? No, I don't. I really don't. But
Yeah.
the Mariners need to find a way to win some games. I mean, you cannot you can't finish the season the way we are finishing it right now, with less than 30 games to go. How many do we even have officially? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 25 games left, right?
Yeah.
It's
just way too close for the roster that we have right now. We should be winning more games. And
I
Cal
think,
needs to start hitting home runs again.
yeah, I was actually going to pull up Cal's stats to see how he's been doing, because I saw a tweet recently, and it said, when did Cal Raleigh become a glorified, and I can't remember the player they compared him to. They compared him to Joey Gallo. They said, when did Cal become a glorified Joey Gallo? So
Oh
if you
hell
look at Cal
no.
right here, in the last 90 days, he's had 9 home runs, okay? Remember, we've talked about it, he's had many 10 home run months, right? So 9 home runs, 20
Yeah.
RBIs, 17 walks, 40 strikeouts. His batting average is 182 in the last 30 games. His on-base percentage is 302.
That's
He's
really
slugging
bad.
only 455. So his OPS in the last 30 games is under 800.
Yeah. That's really bad.
He might have beaten the record. He's probably going to beat the switch hitting record. But
Yeah.
at what point do we kind of look at it and be like, hey, when's he going to pick it back up?
Yeah.
Is this
Hey.
going to be his outlier season? I hope it's not. But I'm just at what point
Yeah.
do you ask that question? You know?
Yeah. Hey, all I'll say is in the Joey Gallo comparison is at least Cal is a catcher doing this and not a first baseman he also played third base. And I think outfield at that
And he pitched.
like
Remember, don't forget about his
career.
pitching career. Short
Yeah.
pitching career.
Yeah. So at least your catcher is doing this. I will take a catcher that does this and over any other than rather than someone who's playing outfield or first or third, you know? So
Well, arguably, yeah, it's frustrating seeing Cal hitting the 182. He's batting 243 for the year. At one point, he was hitting the 280s. I'd love to see that come back. I understand the baseball season's long and whatnot, but of those 20 hits he has in the last 30 games, he's driven in 20 RBIs with 9 home runs. So he's still being Cal Raleigh in those moments we need him. He's still driving those runs to probably make a difference in that game.
Yeah.
But it'd be really good to see him and Julio and Randy and Naylor and Suarez all get hot to end this year. Because if you get those 5 guys hot and then throw in a Polo bomb every once in a while, a Cole Younger, J. Pete's Crawford RBI single here and there, this lineup is dangerous and will get us to the postseason and get a deep postseason run. But even after all the progress we've done, in the trade deadline and roster moves, getting rid of Solano and DMO, we're still in the same boat that we've been in for the last 4 years. A team that's playing mediocre to finish the year after so much promise. Please, Mariners, get your shit together and let's make a deep postseason run. Please.
Yeah. There's literally no excuses right now. We
No
have all the players
excuses.
that we need. We have the best lineup and pitching rotation that we've had in a long time.
If I mean,
So,
the only way you could have upgraded if you like went out and traded for Paul Skeens and you traded for Acuna and you're like, oh hey, Garrett Crochet, we're gonna give you double, so just like sign with us. That's literally all we could have done to better the team, right?
yeah.
Just make it
Yeah,
happen, right? Just make it happen.
fair enough. Yeah, so there's
That's all I
no,
got.
no
I
excuses right now.
I feel like we're
We
beating a
have to
dead
make it happen.
horse at this point. I mean, we're in the same situation, playing
Yeah.
competitive ball, having a rough stretch. Hopefully, they can finish on another high note.
We need
But
to.
again, we're just
Hey,
speculating.
we're into September now. Let's put today's loss behind us and let's go forward. Let's win the next two against the Rays, and then we'll go on to the next series, and we'll hopefully get a hot streak to end the
I'm done with the
season.
hopefully.
And
Let's
to go into
get
the
some definites
playoffs
going.
for real. Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll see the Mariners take on the Rays at 4:30. Brian Woo's going to take them out against the Tampa Bay's arguably best starter Rasmussen. So like you said, let's get a win. Let's finish it strong. Let us know anything you think in the comments below. Let us know how excited you're to see Harry Ford make his first MLB at bat for the Seattle Mariners, and also let us know what you think the Mariners record will end at and how they'll make it in or out of the playoffs.
Yep. Thank you for being patient with the delay in videos. We're trying to grind it out, so we'll hopefully have another video coming at you soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.